How is birth control in marriage acceptable? Doesn't God say to enjoy the gift of sex and multiply? Oh, good question. It's a kind of a fancy term. You ever heard the word adiaphora before? Adiaphora is a fancy term that it literally means something that doesn't hurt. And it's all the stuff that God doesn't command and God doesn't forbid. Right, so let's see. Should we all play soccer? I'm very tempted to say yes. Does God command us to play soccer? No. Does he forbid the playing of soccer as if it's sinful? No, it doesn't hurt either way. You want to be careful, things don't go to extremes, but it's called an adiaphora, or something that doesn't hurt you. There's a whole bunch of things that are adiaphora, and this is one of them. Is there a passage that says use birth control? No. Is there any passage in the Bible that would forbid birth control in and of itself? And I'm not familiar with one. There's a story in the book of Genesis about a guy named Onan who the Bible says he spilled his seed on the ground and God was angry at him. Some people use that story to try to say, you see, if you're not trying to bring seed to egg to procreate, you've sinned. But if you'd read the story for yourself, it's interesting and curious and a little bit weird, but that is not the reason that God got mad at the man named Onan. But there's no specific Bible passage that says you can't. Does God say to enjoy the gift of sex? He does. There's not just one Bible passage, there's a whole book about it called Song of Songs. Does God say that we should multiply? Only 2 spots in the Bible that comes up. Do you know them? God creates man and woman. First thing he says is be fruitful and multiply, Genesis 1:28, I think. And then after the flood, in Genesis 6 through 9, the world has been destroyed. They have to repopulate the earth, and God says to Noah that same thing. So there's not the same push. You have to, if you only have 2 kids, you're not multiplying, you're just replacing yourself, so you're sinning. Just be stretching the biblical text a little bit much. The only thing a Christian does want to be careful about is because the Bible does talk about life beginning at conception. Go back to the abortion series that we preached. I tackled this in the first week if you want to learn more about that. Because there are some forms of birth control that after sperm and egg have met and a conception has happened, it will terminate the pregnancy. And so you want to be really thoughtful and really careful because there are ways to end a pregnancy even if conception has already happened. I think biblically that's crossing a line, and it is something that God forbids. So check out the first abortion sermon, Genesis 1. And if you want to learn more about adiaphora, 1 Corinthians 8 through 10 and Romans 14 and 15 are the best sections in the Bible on that. Did you enjoy this video? Oh, we would love to share with you so much more. Just click here.